up, good people? This is Go-Go Mickey. Welcome to the Trinidad Check-In.
We say Congos.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, say Congos,
We
right?
say
Yeah,
Congos in the Bay
Congos.
too, though.
You say
Yeah,
Congos in the
yeah.
Bay?
So as he's saying it, I'm like, I know what he's talking about.
Right. Yeah.
We say we put O.
But
Well,
I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah,
at the
put- yeah, put
spelling
the
in
O.
my head. I'm like, I don't spell that way, but I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at the spelling in my head. I'm like, it is congas too.
Yeah.
It is
Congas,
congas.
and it's like congas and bongos infused. So it's like Congos,
Yeah,
bongos,
it's just the hood,
you know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So one's
It's
big,
the
one's
hood.
small. Yeah.
So
It's the
yeah,
hood.
we was like out DC, like Go-Go Mickey on the Congos, he killing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that was our.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had our
yeah.
little tribal.
Where is in-depth interviews so people outside and even inside the city DMV can hear how congas came to be so important in Go-Go. Most people unfamiliar with congas will call them bongos anyway, regardless of the size. And most cats who even play still call the two smaller junior congas in the conga setup ... Gon Bops. Gon Bop is a brand like Latin percussion, some do not know this. But in DC, the two smaller congas are still referred to as Gon Bops. Jungle Boogie revolutionized the conga format that people follow today. Chuck Brown created the pocket with Roland on congas, but it was JB that should be credited with laying the foundation for what conga players have since built upon.
Go-Go Mickey talks the origin of the Goon Bop brand of Congo and Go-Go music, the formation of the pocket in the genre, the African origin of the Congo beats, Jungle Boogie as a pioneer, James Funk and his impact on the original Rare Essence, who is considered to be Go-Go music's version of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Gon Bop is a brand like Latin percussion, some do not know this. But in DC, the two smaller congas are still referred to as Gon Bops. Jungle Boogie revolutionized the conga format that people follow today. Chuck Brown created the pocket with Roland on congas, but it was JB that should be credited with laying the foundation for what conga players have since built upon.
Some things in there was correct. Um, Chuck Brown. Chuck Brown started we go back in the 70s. We know that, and he was playing funk music, blues, and he sings. Now I don't know the year. The years is all in the 70s anyway. He heard a group called the Loose Latinos, and he wanted to use that, that percussion type of cowbell, congas.
Mambo, 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 mambo. Ay. Mambo. Anabacoa, coa. Manteca. Manteca. Beautiful.
Okay, Latin feel.
And yeah, he put that together with the funk. You know what I'm saying? That funk, and he started, Mr. Magic drum beat. That Mr. Magic drum beat, that's the go-go beat. And that's the beat, and then he put that percussion around that beat. And from there, that's how the go-go thing, he used to play a song. The top 40 bands, like my father's band, they would play a song back in the day. And in the song, come back with the next, just like that, like a old DJ would. Now they mix the music. Back then they didn't mix no music back then. They'd play a record. We was at a house party, they'd play a record and somebody would be talking maybe, and then the record would come on the next record because you got to take the record off put the next record on at a house party. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's when he took that uh infused the Latin with his funk and started playing the go-go music. That's how the congos, that's how the percussion came about.
And I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. Money don't make you free. Popularity don't make you free. Don't you know that? You know, sure I live in Beverly Hills, but I'm shackled by the same things that happened to the brother in what?
With Chuck Brown. And the rolling part, that's not true because Bustin' Loose was before rolling. Uh it's a beat. Lonnie Lane, rest in peace, Lonnie Lane, one of Chuck Brown's conga players, before rolling. I talked to him for a while before he passed. Rest in peace again. We was at a funeral. Bobby Parker, the great blues guitarist, was at his funeral, just having a conversation, talking. And actually, he was telling me a story. I'm not gonna tell everything. He was telling me a story about, Wah Wah Coe. Wah Wah Coe is the beat that Chuck Brown Bustin' Loose beat. It's played. That's a Cuban, Afro-Cuban beat. So that's, again, we'll go back to the Los Latinos and that beat. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of beats they played.
Yeah.
Bustin' Loose, Roland wasn't there. Like I said, Roland. It was another guy I don't know, so I can't talk on him. But I know, like at Coliseum days, Lonnie Lane was playing. The congas, I remember that. He played on three big congas back then, Coliseum days. And that's really the only place I seen Chuck, And
So Mick, tell
another
us about
thing,
that beat, man. Tell us about the beat though. How you recognize that Latino beat you just told us that was the Bustin' Loose beat?
I recognize it. If I had that conversation with him, I would never know where it come from.
Keep what you got until you get what you need, y'all. You got to give a lot just to get what you need sometimes, y'all. Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose, busting loose. Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose, busting loose. Let me hear y'all say it. Come on, let me hear y'all say it. Let me hear y'all say it. Say it. Come on, let me hear y'all say it. Lord. Say it. Come on, say it. Say it. Let me hear y'all say it. Got to say it again now. Come on, let me hear y'all say it. I feel like busting loose. Give me the bridge, y'all. Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose, busting loose. I said, Shala, come on, y'all said. I said, Shala, get it, y'all said. I said, Shala, come on, y'all said. I said, Shala, hit it, y'all said. Give me the bridge.
It's an Afro-Cuban beat made. And that's what Bustin' Loose is, actually, that beat. So Jungle Boogie would play it the same beat, but not on 2. He would play it on 3. When he first, well, back in the day, to go back to, Jungle Boogie used to play on 2 Congo.
Okay. I ain't know that. That's the first time I ever heard that ever.
Yeah, Jungle Boogie played on 2 Congos, which I doubt you will hear a tape. If somebody I give you $1 million, you find the tape. Funk might got one in the archives. You know what I'm saying? I got every Rass's tape or listened to every Rass's tape back in the day and never heard it's a CD out with him playing on two because the first two broke, so they got it fixed. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's no show like, you know what I'm saying. And most of the beats could be played on three if you wanted to. You know, the younger dudes don't they can't have a show without that howl. If that howl ain't there, they gotta call somebody, bring in one, or the show might even get canceled. You know what I'm saying? That's why we came up to play on three if that problem happened, because you never know. You could be in a room, the room temperature change, the way you play at, if it's hot and you keep tuning that high Congo, it's gonna pop.
So you started on
If
three,
you,
man.
I never started on three. I started on four.
Okay.
Because when I came up, the four was already in play. You know what I'm saying? Tyrone, again, don't know the year. He don't even know the year. Folk don't know the year. But he went to Chuck Levers and got, Tyrone picked the two juniors up from, that's what he picked out when they went to Chuck Levers. A lot of people don't know that. But anyway, uh, and that's how that came about. You know what I'm saying? Then he had to figure out what to do on four Congos, because he's used to playing on two.
Right.
But we see what he done. You know what I'm saying? His work speak for itself. The one-on-one beat, roll call beat, and most of them beats I'm not gonna even say you can't play. I got two buddies, Steve Perkins and Mac Swamp. They can play the one-on-one on two Congos because they know how to make the change of the sound. Just like the Latin players they can make, smack on to make it high. Now, I learned it, but it's something that I wasn't really trying to learn. But T-Bone said, you got to get into that. T-Bone's the one that told me to get into that slap and all that. So that's why I'm used to I can play any genre, you know what I'm saying?
Rock, 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 rock the T-Bone. T-Bone.
Once I hear it, I know how to do the slap, and I can get close to that one-on-one on two Congos. So that's the Latin thing. They don't play. They don't have the juniors at all. They don't need it because they can make that conga sound just like the high
So
if they want to.
tell us more about this thing. This James Funk trip to the store to get this equipment. So tell us more about that, man, because that's heavy that he went. So he went in there and got that
Yeah.
specific.
Well, he went into the store. He went to Chuck Levers and took Ty with him, to pick out, I guess, he played on two at the time. I guess he wanted to add on, maybe two more big ones. Who knows? But at the time, they had just bought the juniors out, whatever year that was, which I can't say, and they don't remember. But 79, we know. If you listen to the House Theater tape, Tyrone had four Congos. So we can say 79. I'm not the type that's gonna say I know, you know what I'm saying? They don't even know. I talk to them. They don't even know. So I'm going off of what I know off of that Howard Theater tape with Greg Cooper on it.
Okay.
Jungle Boogie is playing on four Congos.
Too big for ya. Don't be out here trying to claim my hood. I don't know ya. Turn state witness ass if you was a roller.
Two juniors and two big ones. Then when I came out, it's so crazy. I even went to Chuck's myself and got the same two big ones that he had. Gon Bops. Gon Bops. That's what it was.
That's
Gon
the
Bops.
brand. That was the brand, right?
That's still the brand. Gon Bops. Well, today we got some old OGs. Matter of fact, yesterday, my man Stink, they got touch banned from around Trinidad. The great dude Brian Brian, they're going to do a 60th birthday party. So Snake plays rototones, but he liked the keyboard. He just was buying stuff. Anyway, he was like, Mick, I need you to tune my Goon Bops up. I said, your Goon Bops? But he said, I'm the two little ones, man. My LPs, but that's what some of them people do.
Yeah,
They just still say Goon Bops for being juniors
I got you.
because he goes back that far. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
goes back to when they were only Goon Bops.
ain't that something?
First person I seen with LP juniors was T-Bone. Then I went and got them.
What's that, Latin
T-Bone,
percussion, Mick?
yep, Latin percussion. T-Bone was the first one I seen with those.
I got you.
And then I think Ties was black. Then they ended up painting everything white. Remember they had the white.
Yeah.
They had everything white. Then they got rid of, well, they didn't get rid of them because when I got in the band to go band practice, the white Jones was in the basement because Ty went and ordered all 4 big white ones that he played. Remember Anacostia Park? When
Right.
them all he had all 4 big Jones.
Because first had the white.
And then right, he had the white drum set, but he always had the white drum set. And they painted the Congos white. And then again, like I said, he went and bought he let me. It was so funny. I had to do a video one day for my man. And I went over there. I'm not used to taking no equipment away. I go over to the spot. They was like, where the Congos at? Harold Little. He used to play with Chance, trumpet player. He was like, what the Congos? I said, Congos? You supposed to bring Congos. I said, what? I said, give me a minute. I said, Jungle Boogly around the corner. Let me try something. Called him. Shawty, come get them MFs. Come get them. Go around the corner. Everybody, it's funny. The cameraman, Tony Brown, DC. He's like, you don't know, because he's older. He like rest. I'm going with you. He got in this car. It's like we had a convoy going around the corner to get 4 Congos. So we pull up. He on the porch with his brothers. Next day I know we pull up. They start bringing them down, put them in the car. We go back around the corner, shoot the video. Cause I got a video. While we setting up, I was like, y'all remember these? Tyrone let me use these.
Wow.
I was like, who else played on these before? So who else could say they played on these? Because it was funny because Googie's like, well, at least I tuned them before. You know what I'm saying? Because Jungle Boogie played with Googie's band when he had it.
Right.
You both ready over here? Got to load up now. Talk to him, nigga. Now we gonna wait on it all till y'all get in that groove, all right? Y'all let us know when y'all get in that funky stuff, all right?
He said, I can say I tuned them because nobody said they played on them. But
so it's truth to the fact that that name we all love, that we all never gonna forget as long as we live, that name Jungle Boy came from funk.
Well, we know it came from the record.
Right.
We know it came from Kool and the Gang. But he took
Yeah.
He told me, he said, Funk said, I'm gonna start calling you Jungle Boogie. You like, okay.
That's incredible when we think about the stuff.
And the rest is history.
Yeah. So tell us about and just in your words, what you think the biggest James Funk influence is on the band itself, especially the golden era band.
Influence on rest,
Yeah.
on bands that's out.
No, the old school band, like just make it what it was.
one thing if you notice, and this is one thing out of Funk's book. I mean, he never said nothing to me about when he put my stuff out there. Come in, I see, I seen it, and he still do it. You know what? He don't really do it like he used to. Back in the day, you would know who Scotty was. You was gonna know who Funky Ned is. You gonna know Bird behind the band. He called your name even if your real name. If you listen to a lot of 'em, he said, "All right, do that again, Maurice." Now you don't know Maurice. Who is Maurice? You know?
No.
Do it again, Maurice. He talking to Foots. That's Foots' middle name. That's Foots Quentin Maurice. That's his name was Maurice. You know, he throw stuff. All right, Michael. That's Ned's
Gotcha.
name. He'd throw something in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he would let you. The crowd knew who everybody was in that band. Today, a lot of people you can come out and a lot of people say they might. Who was the bass player? You know what I'm saying? That's unless you. I don't know. Unless you went to school, say you came up in high school, you know a lot of people. To this day, a lot of people might say, well, the guy playing the bass. I'm like, damn, you don't know, you've been playing in the band for 7 years. And
Right.
you don't know his name. That's crazy. But
So
Funk was good. Funk was good at, making sure. He
yeah.
knew the whole band, you know what I'm saying?
Got you. Teach us about this. The correlation between the African. Actually, a lot of us don't even understand. We know that the African is in our genes, but you were saying that some of these go-go beats themselves. You just said it, low.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
tell
tell
us
you,
about that.
the guys, Swamp and Steve. If you say one on one, most percussion beats, if you say one on one, they say that's the, you know what I'm saying? They got a name for it. It's an African name. They would, oh, that's the rumba jumba or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We sit and talk about it, but that's too much to take in. You know what I'm saying? It's like you going to school. But as we work out, I work out with them guys, and they say it, play that, and boom, they jump right in. You know what I'm saying? But then, like I say, it's a lot of one on one. Got his own name. Most of the beats got his own name. You might got to get them on here and they give you a class.
But look. For as a fan, though, we saying this right. So we found out what names the beats were, but here's the thing: Jungle Boy playing those beats off instinct, or was he like? Did he also be taught what the beats were?
Well, the whole thing, I know, like he said, he knew he had something he had to come up with, and most of the beats he came up with. But he played a lot of Afro Cuban beats himself.
That's
Yeah.
big, Mick. That's big because we were trying with you today. We find out actually where some of our favorite beats come from. So our legends was studying the Afro stuff too.
Studying, and it's like it's a lot of things I might get on here and do, and I'm not even aware of what I'm doing. And somebody said, "Well, you know that's such and such," but again, you got to study that stuff. And when I came about, it wasn't about it was just me wanting to play. Like a lot of guys today, a lot they. I don't, let me see. How can I say it? I don't want to say just want to play. I know a lot of them just want to stay here. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really trying to upgrade themselves, you know what I'm saying? Um, but me, I'm still learning. I'll tell you that in a minute. I don't have no problem with, like I said, I'm not one of them guys to say I know everything. Um, I'm not gonna brag on what I did. If I did that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people do that to keep themselves what's the word? Not notice, but what's the word I'm
Relevant,
looking for?
relevant.
Relevant. You're not relevant if you ain't done the now for real. We everybody can go back and tell them what they did back and what are you doing now? You know what I'm saying? You got to change some things up sometimes, man.
So tell us about the
But
brother that you had at Mackin, the teacher was teaching you about the grooves.
oh, Mr. Africano, I learned some stuff from him. Me and my man Chris Allen, Mr. Africano. First time I seen a conga head, I guess not flat. I'm gonna say flat because once you see it's flat, but then it makes the curve. So I had bought it. I ain't gonna never forget. I bought a Congo head. Got a Congo here from a conga head. You know, we call it Congos. We gave it that name, DC. I got a Congo head, and that's when I first learned how to soak my head. Congo head. A lot of people don't know how to do that. Put it in the tub, you know, soak it. I said, I ain't put it in the tub. I'm young. Back in high school. Put it in the tub. I lay down for a minute. Not knowing, he didn't say how long to soak it or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody tell, he didn't say all that. Soaked that John, woke up, the head was floating in the water. And then I was like, what the hell is the rim? You know, rim. I don't even know what's in the corner of it. Matter of fact, hold up for 1 second.
Yeah,
Hold up.
yeah. Go ahead.
See this head right here?
Yeah.
This head right there. That's the rim. It's like a steel piece of rim going around it. Now, if you a young dude, you probably want to know, like, well, what's holding this together? So once you soak it too long, all this right here comes apart. So then it's flat. So then you got that rim right there. You got that rim. So that, like I say, I'm like, well, I ain't know where the rim came from. All the time, that's what that is right here.
Yeah.
Steel piece right around here. And what you do is you gotta, you know how you make a pie? That's how
Uh-huh.
they teach you. T-Bone to tell you that. It's like making a pie. You go around the head, put it on there. Once you get it on it, of course you can't play it. Once you get it on there real good, you gotta let it sit. And that right there, puts a little glue in it, and leave it alone. If you don't soak it, and you just put the new head on, you'll be like this all night. You tighten, you going back around because it's gonna detune all night long.
Oh
I
man.
don't care who you are, unless you got the new heads that they got out. If you got the new heads that's everybody buying because they like that high sound. That high sound, I don't like them. I still got my same cowhide. I can get that high pitch just like them. Just like the new heads they got out.
Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Look at my
Synthetic. That's what they call synthetic heads.
Okay.
And then you got to do some extra. Uh, a guy wanted me to fix his he had the head. The head. I went past his house. I go on his porch. He got the head. The synthetic head sitting on there. As soon as I saw it, I said, I can't. I don't know how to put that on. I really don't, because you got to take a piece because the head doesn't really fit. So you got to put something in there again
Okay.
in there so it won't pop out the head.
And that's the new
And
one you're
like,
talking about.
huh?
That's the new one you're talking about,
The
right?
new, yeah, everybody got it now. It's been around for a while now. But Walker Reds, that I know of was the first one I had the whole set of all, when he was with Subtle Thoughts.
Yeah.
And one good thing about them, the big ones, once you tune them, they stay right there.
So you ain't got to worry about it.
You ain't gotta worry about the synthetic. But the other jumps, like it's hot, cold, whatever. They can go
Hey,
up or they can go down.
got you.
Synthetic heads ain't moving.
I got you.
But again, they use that first one. You might see a Congo player come to the show with his first one all the time because he got that head on there because it got that that high pitch. But like I say, I ain't never switch over. It don't bother me. I can get that same That glass sound. That's it's an old wrestler joint out. Jungle Boogie joint. That joint sound like real glass. You know what I'm saying? And that's before synthetic head. So you can make it sound just like it if you take the time out and do it. But
So you heard the brother that posed that question to you for the check-in. You heard him say that in his opinion, he said Jungle Boogie revolutionized everything as we know it when we got those two small ones. So
everything that we know today, the syncopated, that high, that left hand staying straight and the right hand doing something else, syncopation beats, one-on-one roll call to this day. That's everybody's of course that's where it's at. It's more today than it was back then. Because when we came up, that's why I play the pocket. The pocket ain't never leaving me. Pocket is never leaving me. But again, I'm gonna put this out there. When me and Funk, I'm gonna say Funk because Funk had me do it. Put it that way.
okay.
We was the first ones. We used to, like, give me that beat. We was the first ones that do that.
Oh, yes, indeed. Hold the foot down a little bit, baby. Get loose. This your time to get down. Get on down over there. Yeah, let's get down over there. I like that shit. Woo, give me some more of that. Yeah. All the Detroit crew, watching you. Yeah, get us some of that Detroit Park crew. And that Stan Touch crew. Down in here, my man Rocat and Big Sam. Woo, I like that shit. Hey, can we get some of that low end over there? Give me some.
That roll call beat was like a beat. Back then, the roll call beat was just for the roll call. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Funk gonna have you play that through the whole night if you want. But I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But we started at Give Me That Beat. And I can tell you all the bands, if you go back, when we first started doing that, all the bands was giving that beat or doing that roll call beat. But like I said, the pocket is never leaving me. I don't care what everybody else is doing. The pocket, that's what I came up on. And the other stuff, I got beats for days too with the hour. It's being played. Same thing. What they do, what we all do is change it. You hear it, take a little bit of it, and then make it your own. Or make it I ain't gonna say make it your own, make it another beat. You know what I'm saying? They take it out, and you got some people that's some people out there mixing beats up, saying the wrong thing. I just don't like it. Saying the wrong thing where the beats came from, and it's people just saying stuff that's not even nowhere near close.
Right.
So
Now,
I hate that people make stuff up, put it out there, and then you got people going to believe it because ain't nobody saying nothing. Or you know what I'm saying?
now look, you credited
They,
with.
they don't even care.
I understand, but look, you credited with, especially that era between reality and air raid. Tell me how you dug
Mhm.
into making these originals from your own stuff though, because I mean you made a lot of stuff between that reality and air raid time, a lot of your own stuff back then. So what was you? How did you come up with all that?
Hey, that just came from again. Once you go off of that jungle boogie, if you go off of that and you hear it, it's not hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not hard at all. But I just want people to know that it stems through us. I don't care what nobody says. It stems through me and Ty, no matter what. That's where it's stemming through. You can do a crossover. You got Heartbeat. They did the crossover, all that. You know what I'm saying? They stems through. I call it a family tree. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Certain people did certain things, and it's still, if you ain't see it, you might have saw it, or you wanted to see it, or like a lot of beats people play that how they think it go wrong to you. Like if you ask a lot of people coming down here in my basement, they want to learn, they can play a little bit already. and they were like, "This the Joan right here." And I'm like, "No, that's not it." You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
hear it all the time on Timbali players, Congo players, and I'm like, "Well, I know what you're trying to do," or you know what I'm saying, but it's not. It's not even them trying to make their own at this point. You know what I'm saying? They trying to actually play the beat, but they are not. A lot of people that I like. You know what I'm saying? That's younger than me that's doing it. And I ain't got no problem saying it. Hey, no, when I had that no ruffle. It's a lot of youngers no ruffle, no rough out there working.
I got
You
you,
know what
man.
I'm saying?
I ain't gonna keep it. I don't want to ask you this right here because now the thing about that, right?
Hmm.
Um, you have credited over and over and over the fact that you know that blueprint was tied, period. And then
Yeah,
you obtained that part, and when you got that, you started building on top of right. You started building on top of what you saw Ty doing, right?
all right. Whatever he did, I did. I did more. You know what I'm saying? I did more. If he, if he did, I wish I had. We gonna have to, one day. I'm gonna set these up and we gonna film,
Okay,
and and you can see what I'm talking about. I did more of. I like the fast roll. He told me, he said, "You the one got them youngers doing that fast roll." Because I can't. I be like this. I got something in the chamber waiting for somebody, and it's never a Congo player. It's always a fan. I'm waiting for somebody to say, "Oh, Mick playing that beat that such and such made." I be waiting so I can pop that 82, 83, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I got
And
you,
I'm
man.
saying, see, do your homework. Do your homework. This where it come from.
Now, maybe before you leave, I want to ask you. Here's the thing. I want to go back to this guy's question. So he asked for this. How the question got to you, right? He asked for an in-depth response about people. How can people outside, even inside the DMV, hear how Congos came to be so important in go-go? Now you touched on that with Chuck in the pocket. Anything else
Chuck,
you want to say toward that? How they became so important in go-go?
well, the breakdown. It came important to Chuck Brown. That's what he wanted.
Okay, got you.
He would break it down to the percussion before he went into the next song.
Copy that. So
The
here,
breakdown was percussion. No, no. Once you stop, no stopping. He wanted that percussion, and that's where the
again.
Congos cowbell tambourine came in.
Uh-huh. Okay. So look, I'm breaking his question down so we have all the answers. He said, most people unfamiliar with congas call them bongos anyway, regardless of the size. And I noticed when Tank was talking to those brothers out west, and they were talking about how they got the congas out there. One of them said bongos too. So this guy must be right.
Right.
They look at bongos.
Because a lot of places like say like if you I ain't gonna say Africa because of course they gonna have regular coons out there. Say like we did a show when I first moved got Familiar Faces down there. We did a show out in New York,
Okay.
and when you put that joint out, we need juniors. It was like what's juniors? The small. They not. If you say bongos, the bongos gonna be there. So we said small ones when we got there. That's what was there. Bongos. Got videotape of that too when we in New
Bongos?
York. They bought bomb. I mean, I could play them, but that's what they had. So I had to make it work.
It don't have that
The
same kind of
same, the
sound,
same.
right, Mick?
Nah, it's nowhere near the same song.
Right.
Hot Sauce, for example, he got stuck. He went out Africa. If you look at that video, he got the bongo set up like the juniors because that's what they had. Donnell, when we went before they went, Donnell was smart. Donnell flew the juniors over there. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that, like again, going to New York. One joint, the guys they made a call and order some brand new ones. Like we gonna have these, you know what I'm saying, for the next time. And I remember I had to put these joints together. I had to put them together because they was still in the box.
Man.
So a lot of times you'll get that. You go out of town and they're like, oh, we don't have those. Or if you say the small ones, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get bongos.
See, Mick, you know what? And that's why it was a great we've got you on to answer that question because there it is. That was his real question was how are we going to explain to people inside and outside of the MV really that difference between bongos and goomba.
And well, it's not Goombox.
Right. Well,
Because remember, Goombox
the
is a
small one.
brand.
Right.
Small, the
Right. The brand.
juniors.
Got you.
Hmm.
So see, that's what I want to make
And
sure.
if I remember correctly, I might be wrong. No, I ain't gonna say I might be wrong, but I need to check. They was called the Requinta and the Recunta.
Oh,
Requinta and the Recunta. I think that's facts. Requinta and the Recunta is the two juniors' names.
okay.
If I ain't mistaken, I think that's facts right there. But you could check into it. I might be wrong, but I think it's facts.
I got you.
Requinta and the Recunta, the juniors, because we wasn't saying juniors. I wasn't saying juniors back there when I got them. Tell you the truth. You just probably went in the store and said, "Let me get those two little."
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
got
saying? It wasn't no juniors. I don't know when it came about as juniors. Now it's juniors. Google juniors, Gon Bops juniors, and see what happens.
Well, see, the thing
I
that you
bet you
told me
nothing pop
today,
up. I bet you nothing pop up.
thing you told me today, man, is really wild. It's like, so we understand now, especially as a fan, that the two small ones, that brand was Goon Bop. That was the brand of it. And they weren't bongos. Right?
Wasn't bongos. Two
Bongos
different
a whole
things.
total different thing.
They all the way over there. I got bongos. You was once you see them, you can tell the difference. Bongos was the jumps I had as a kid. You had to heat them up over the stove and play them between your laps. I had a pair of them jumps. Burned my finger one time. You got to hold the jump, and
Yeah.
then that highness. Because the first pair I had wasn't no wrench, wasn't no wrench or nothing. Like I said, you had to hold them actually over the stove to get that heat up under the head and tighten it up.
Man. A lot of this stuff
No lie.
we don't even think
If you
about
had
how much
bongo,
y'all do.
if you had bongos back then, this before I'm saying before I even thought I was a drummer. I'm just going back because I had bongos and drums.
Yeah.
That's how I was taught to heat them up right over the stove. As a matter of fact, you hit them under there too long, you'll burn that wood. You'll
Yeah.
see a black mark on the jumps. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, look, that's why we love having this check-in, because when that question came this morning. I'm glad you made yourself available to get that, because I was like, man, I gotta take this to Mick with the quickness, because I ain't know what to tell him.
Yeah.
Anything else you tell
But
us
yeah.
about what you doing now, man? What's the thing? What's the deal with since we got you, man, the checking with the band, how that's going?
Me and Bojack, we no longer was no well. Jeff still got a District Kings. District Kings, him and 32. Um, Me and Bojack, we playing with Donnell right now on push play.
Okay.
We push him back. Donnell's making the switch back over. He couldn't take it no more.
Okay.
So we got that, and you got, like I say, me and Bojack got something called a district.
Okay.
Yeah, so we trying to work both so we can,
Sounds
keep
good.
doing, Donnell might not want to play every weekend. So whatever old weekends we can throw that out there. Don't forget my CD. Well, we doing me and Roy Battle. We did like maybe 9 songs,
Okay.
and we put out the Go-Go Mickey show. It's not a TV show. My one of my daughters thought it was like, what is Dad TV show about?
Tell everybody
And there's one
where can
more
everybody
person.
find it?
I ain't gonna even put my man. I ain't gonna put my man out there on a blast, but I Congo Kermit. Come
Oh,
out. He's
Kermit.
because he's acting. So he was like, man, I act why you didn't get me to be on the show. I'm looking at him like, what you talking about? Man, man, it's a record, man. The Go-Go Mickey show featuring Killer Cow on the jump, man.
Mick, outlets everybody can buy that, pick that up. Where can they find
Hey,
it?
download it. Go on every, you know what I'm saying? Every music platform. Go
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
We gonna throw one out, I guess, every 2 months, maybe 3 months to see.
Okay. Sound good.
Instead of it was an EP, not an album. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look,
We
we
ain't called it no rough. Like I said, we ain't called it no. I ain't gonna call it no rougher. Cause like I said, it's a youngers out there. Again, I tell they thank me. They thank because they came up under my. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm gonna say Heartbeat Rock Steadiness would say thank you, Tyrone.
yeah.
So I got a lot, the youngest or young. I ain't gonna call them youngest, but younger than me, thanking me. I said y'all put that work in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They doing it.
Where does where does Wink fall in this? Because Wink is still like in our generation. So it's like, where is Wink in that mix?
Well, Wink started at a young age because actually, let me see, Wink wasn't playing when I was. It's crazy because a lot of people like, you never heard of Venice Mall? I'm like, Junkyard can't. I used to see Junkyard, and I wasn't in a band then. You know what I'm saying? That's how far they go back. But they was playing on buckets or chains down Venice Mall,
Yeah,
which is down there by uh not Radisson, what is it now? Whatever the
right.
uh
I know what Venice
whatever
Mall
it
that.
is. But they didn't made it a street you could drive through. Back then you couldn't drive through it. It was like when people sold little stuff outside and they would sit up right there on the sidewalk and play.
Right.
But my whole thing is I don't remember Wink playing back then. Even though he's, one of the known members for Junkyard. Because Pratt, a lot of people ain't know Pratt. Pratt played the bomb, and I know Pratt playing the congas before Wink.
I never knew
I
that.
know, I know that. Yeah, and my man, rest in peace, Irvin was a drum. That because they keep saying Heavy One. Heavy One was like one of the best drummers, but I knew Irvin playing the drums. When he played, this is the funny thing to me. He used to play with the bass drum with a stick. He played with a jump like in front of like the snare drum would be right here and the bass drum would be right here. Never seen nothing like it. That's what I saw coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Wink is one of the greats too. Not putting his age out there, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? When I was with Air Ray, of course he was always with Jump. He
Yeah.
never left Jump.
Yeah.
So a lot of things I don't remember because I was pro wrestlers. A lot of stuff when people say, "Oh, he played with that band," I'm like, "For real?" Because I was wrestlers only. You know what I'm saying? I knew Trouble Phone EU up. I ain't gonna say, but going to another Go-Go to see some of the bands, I never did until when the Metro Club I had Northeast Grooves. I wasn't really going out too much like that.
Then when you
And then
say
my memory is gone. But if I did, my memory is gone. You know what I'm saying?
Mick, teach us something about that. That one other band you mentioned, right? Before I let you get out of here, is this. As a fan,
Mm.
what's the whole evolution? Who came first? Did Smokey come before Ula Tony, or how'd that go? Playing congos for EU.
Smokey came in for Tony.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen both of them down the Coliseum. I've seen both of them. That's two different styles too. Tony got that jungle boogie style. Smokey got his own. I got his own style, and I throw him in there too. And it's so funny when I throw him a T-bone in it, the youngers look at me like, "Hey, that's something you doing new." I don't even say nothing. I was like, "Learn your history." You know what I'm saying? Go back. You ain't too good to go back and listen to. You know what I'm saying?
So
Go
what was
back and listen
Smokey's
to
era,
him.
Mick? What was Smokey's era?
What year?
Yeah, and what
Smokey,
era
let
was
me
that?
see. Smokey was playing with, I don't know what year, but Smokey and Bush Lewis. Bush Lewis, rest in peace to Bush Lewis. So many rest in peace. Bush Lewis is my man, the drummer. Smokey and Bush was the drummer. So then when Tony came, I think Bush played, but then Sugarfoot came. That's when they became red hot EU at the Coliseum. When they got Sugarfoot, oh my God, I was down there because I was a drummer. I go to the Coliseum to see drummers. Butch, Rick from Trouble, Bad Boy. That's another he. I used to sit in my grandma's basement. I agree to say around Trinity, but I'm still around Trinity because I'm just 2 blocks around the corner. Trinity, I told Big Tony. I used to go go in the basement, just cut the music up loud and try to play Trouble Funk, play the drums to Rick. Because that was me first, drums. Sugarfoots, I remember going to taking a drum class for a minute. And I took a Coliseum tape up to Wheaton. It was Wheaton Music, right around the corner from Chuck's. Uh, I took the tape in there, so I want to learn how to play like this. The white guy was like, "Who was that?" I said, "That's Sugar. We call him Sugarfoots." He was listening to like, God, you know what I'm saying? He said, "I can't teach you that," you know. But that's what I wanted to play like. Cause I get on the drums. I don't know. A lot of people don't know, but you have to see it. You have to see it, but you can hear it. If you're a drummer, you can hear it. Do you know what time it is? Or the black hole. That's me on the drums, and I'm doing all that. I'm doing all the shit. Foots don't play like that. And if you're a real drummer and you listen to Foots, if you listen to that tape, you probably just like, that ain't Foots. Because a lot of times I can hear a wrestler tape and listen to it. They ain't gotta say, because they won't really say too much about the switch. So Evans Grill joint out there, Benny say, "You got it, Mickey." So you right there, he gave it away. But it's a jump. Cause they was trying to get a what's that fuss? They want to make sure I had the beat right. That's one thing about it. You gotta be funky, man. If you ain't funky on the Congos, I should say, go back. If you go back, I'm gonna say this to some people. Go back and look at my blogs I did in 2009. This Go-Go Mickey blog 0012. It's like 6 of them, and just listen to me talk. And you know what I'm saying? I said a lot of things about stuff I would never say now. I ain't gonna call myself cocky, but I was like, "Oh, you can play this beat. It's been going on for years. I don't care. Go ahead, you can play it." I was like, I said that.
Who's the man with the master plan? Get down. Who is the man with the master plan?